on hand, and more importantly, how they cater to the Pakistan spin attack.
Yeah, also it's important for them to realize whenever there's a little window of opportunity, you've got to cash in. Like, for example, playing the new ball. I think they'll bat on what will be a good batting surface for at least good 4 or 5 overs at least. And so you've got to cash in against the likes of Shaheen Afridi, albeit tight, and challenge someone like Matthew Shot, but he looked to be in very good touch. Will carry that good form into this contest as well, but got to make sure that there's a game plan in order, and it has to be an aggressive game plan against pace, and then adapt and adjust against spin. Alex Carey, 87 matches, plenty of experience, 13 50s and 100, best of 106, rate of 90.56. He'll not be doing the keeper's job in this contest. It'll be Josh Inglis who'll be keeping wickets for Australia.
It's what they did pounce on in that previous game again. The seamers only bowled 6 overs, 3 and 3 in tandem from Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf with the new ball. And during which period Australia looked very comfortable at the crease. They were 33 from the first 6, and it's when Abrar and Arafat Minas were introduced that they spun them out of the contest. But once again, Shaheen Shah Afridi will look to see the areas that he can land the ball in, will look to pitch it up as he does, to look for a swing. But if not, then he will have to adjust to all those lines and lengths. But once again, Remiz, I don't think the full quota of the traditional pace attack in the power play will be seen given the surface.
Got to make sure that you play the right angles. For example, playing the cut shot could be just a bit tough on a slow pitch. Can use their feet as well. Let's see what happens here. Shaheen Afridi will be starting the proceedings for Pakistan. He has the new ball. 4 men, in fact 5 in the ring on the offside, including the lone slipper. 2 on the leg side, a mid-on and a mid-wicket fielder. Oh, ball in! Shaheen Afridi off to a very, very lucky start, but Pakistan will take it. A wild one and a big inside edge. The ball almost stopping on the left-hander and crashing back into the stumps.
Well, you pin that out to pure bad luck from Alex Carey. A wide delivery, and he decides to chase it. Maybe just the slowish nature of the surface. The ball is stuck in between those pegs, and the rattling sound of the bails just coming off. What a start here for Pakistan. The captain will take it, as they've got the opposition 1 down for none. The first bowler for Alex Carey. Australia none for 1.
Captain is in. Josh Inglis. 120 not out his best. Once again, Shaheen Afridi picking up a wicket in his first over. He does that quite regularly in T20Is. But his record is phenomenal to get Pakistan off the mark whenever he's bowling the first over. Nicely put away into the gap for 4. That's an excellent beginning from Josh Inglis. Not trying to hit the ball, trying to get behind the line of the ball and maintaining a good balance. It was always about balance and making sure that he deals well with the in-swinging slant.
I think there'll be one length that they will have to pounce on, something that is pitched up, because the first ball was a clear indication of the slowness and the lowness of this surface. So anything that is pitched up, a very slight amount of movement through the air, it's nothing worrisome. A slip still remains, but Inglis off the mark with a good boundary here.
Probably was ready for that in-swinging delivery. Jumps up just a little bit in the air, but adjusts well. It's about dealing with the low bounce. First 3 balls letting us know a little bit about this pitch. That ball not arriving at all. It was slow death, really. As if he needed a bit of a chalk on the snooker cue stick. Just a little too early into that shot as well. He was trying to jump at Shaheen Afridi and then he bowled it wide. It wasn't a slow ball, by the way. 130.6 was the speed of that ball that dismissed the left-hander. Into the gap and more runs. That's a nice shot again. That's a good way to bat on this surface. Just give yourself a wee bit of time. Just pause, get into position, and then work the field. I think it's the wrist work that will be needed more than the shoulder work. Faisal Afridi is the umpire, 9th ODI match. Richard Cattleborough is his partner. Plenty of experience. 114th ODI match. Eleven wickets for Shaheen Afridi in first over in ODIs. So he's made a bit of habit of picking up a wicket in his first over. Nicely behind that one. That's a good first over from Afridi, targeting the stumps with good impact. 6 for 1. Adam Zampa, the only Aussie with 100 plus ODI experience. Pakistan have Babar Azam with the most number of matches, over 100 games for Babar Azam as well. Right, it's Haris Rauf. I'm sure he'll be looking for some cutters straight away. Good beginning, nice and straight, targeting the stumps. That's the way to bowl on this surface.
I will keep an eye on his speed. So 143.6 the first. Alex Carey already back in the heart. Now these are his couple of dismissals. Got a beauty of a delivery. The wrong one, a little bit of air and drift away. And a good catch in the slip court. And this one, a bit of a loose delivery and a loose shot. So he hasn't had the best of runs in this series so far. And be slightly disappointed watching that one again. Australia obviously a slightly diminished side with some of the big guns missing, relying heavily on some of the experienced campaigners in Carey, Inglis, Cameron Green was also dismissed for a first bowler. I beg your pardon, for a duck in that previous game. So Pakistan can make early inroads once again, especially with the seamers, because they've got some really good spinners given the nature of the surface, which should come into handy.
Oh, that was a tough one for all. And Sundry, that's gone for 4 byes. It had 2 swings actually. I mean, it shaped away, then came back. Have a look at this one. Yeah, and massive movement back into the stumps and a tough one for Gauri because the ball was dying on him and he's probably ready for an outswinger take rather than an in-swinging, dipping delivery.
And Matthew Short, half century in that previous game, just stuck it out for long enough, played the important periods once the spinners came on.
Australians will have to figure out very quickly what amount of runs they need to win this contest and how to then adjust and adapt because moving forward, I think dealing with pace is going to be equally difficult as dealing with spin because the ball is not bouncing at all. And so it's going to be a grinder's pitch, I think, unless you are willing to use your feet against pace. Stand out of the crease, do something different to force an adjustment on the pace bowlers.
Obviously, the surface is different to what we've seen or what we saw just a month ago in the PSL, batter-friendly surfaces, the T20 version of the game, so faster scoring tracks. Some of these pitches here are also have Australian soil which is used, but this one's slightly different, more similar to what we had in Rawalpindi, where Josh Inglis at the post-match presentation said about 230, 240.
Yeah, that's the first indication of a batsman doing something different out of the crease, trying to meet the ball on the full. A couple of times the ball has been handed back to the umpire and clippings have come off because of the abrasive nature of the surface. I think this ball is going to be a batter and a bruised one very, very quickly. But this is good strategy, good ploy, just walking down the surface. Good pace from Ralph so far in this over. 143.6 and the last ball 143.1. So he's not going to sacrifice his pace. It's pace on so far.
Lovely, lovely, Aris bhai, lovely boy.
And what Australia will have to do, see Matthew Short just having a look at the surface, his partner might have a word as well. We'll have to assess very quickly as to what is a good score now. As long as the seamers are on, they'll probably want to make or manufacture their own shots, throw Haris Rauf off his lines and lengths. So far, he's bowled a good first 5 deliveries. Whether Matthew Short has it in him to just dance down and chip it over the fielders in terms of mid-on and mid-off who are up in the ring.
Nice into the over, 10 for 1. PCB Live. PCB has launched its live stream app in Pakistan. The very first time. Best of luck to you. Nicely done through the offside. Everything so silky smooth regarding that shot. Didn't labor after that one at all. And it's chalk and cheese. He's on view compared to the other Aussies. Completely at home playing this one.
It's more of a check drive. Picking up the length very quick, which is slightly on the fuller side of things with pace on. Skims off this Gaddafi Stadium outfield. So a very quick field change, which is that slip that comes out. And that's a good batting, that's a good fielding position. given the slowish nature of the surface.